In hip-hop, drama is never far away, but some stories are shocking enough to leave even the biggest fans speechless. Lil Durk, a name that's practically joined with the Chicago drill and chart-topping hits, now finds himself at the center of something far more serious than a rap feud. He's facing murder for hire charges, leaving everyone wondering, how did it come to this? Lil Durk's journey from the gritty streets of Chicago to becoming a prominent voice in hip-hop has been anything but easy. Rising from a world where violence and hardship are part of everyday life, Durk has turned personal struggles into music that millions relate to. Early life. From an early age, Durk faced hardships and lost close friends and family to gang conflicts and street violence. By 2011, he was already making a name for himself, using his music as an escape, a voice, and even a lifeline. Songs like Dis Ain't What You Want and Like Me reflected his struggles and dreams, and fans connected to the realness Durk brought to his lyrics. But as Durk rose to fame, he couldn't completely shake the dark side of street life. In 2020, his friend and fellow rapper King Von was tragically killed in Atlanta, setting off a chain of events that no one saw coming. Rumors started swirling online that Von's death had reignited old rivalries in the rap scene, and fingers were being pointed. An immediate hunt for explanations followed King Von's passing. King Von was shot outside of a nightclub in an argument with Quando Rondo's entourage. Rondo wasn't personally accountable, but his relationship to the incident resulted in media and fan criticism of great intensity. Many supporters conjectured that this sad tragedy would have stoked a strong rivalry between Quando Rondo's crew and Durk's Only the Family, or OTF. Current allegations. Fast forward to now, and the rumor mill has whirled into frenzy as some sources assert Durk paid Quando Rondo a $1 million bounty. What data, though, supports these assertions? And is this really another instance of the internet magnificently elevating unverified narratives? To understand these allegations, we need to dig into where they originated. Some fans point to social media posts and online forums as the primary sources of these rumors. Alleged insiders began hinting that Durk had financially supported efforts to get revenge on Quando Rondo. Certain posts suggested that the bounty reached a staggering $1 million, painting a picture of a high-stakes feud. What really happened? Several OTF members and allies tracked, stalked, and tried to assassinate TB for hours using two vehicles and cooperatively, resulting in a gunshot at a gasoline station close to the Beverly Center Mall on August 19, 2022. At least 18 bullets were fired by the co-conspirators against TB's car, striking and killing a victim described in court records as SR, a family member of TB who had been accompanying him. Allegedly, Banks ordered TB to be killed, and the hitman utilized funds from Banks' and OTF-related sources to complete the hit. According to bank and airline records, an OTF member and close friend of Banks planned and paid for 5 co-conspirators to fly from Chicago to California the day before the murder. Banks advised the OTF colleagues scheduling the one-way flights, don't book no flights under no names involved with at the time. Banks also arrived in California in a private aircraft with another conspirator, 28-year-old Kayvon London Grant, better known as Cuz, the same day the hitman left Chicago for California. Grant supposedly bought ski masks for the gunman to carry out the murder later that day and paid for the hotel room of another co-conspirator using a credit card in Banks' name. Grant and 4 other defendants accused in a 4-count federal grand jury indictment claiming their involvement in the murder for hire scheme were arrested by federal and local law enforcement in the Chicago region on Thursday morning. The FBI discovered Banks had been booked on 3 overseas planes set to depart the United States on Thursday after law officials made the arrests and executed search warrants in Chicago. Law enforcement officials arrested Banks when they arrived close to one of the leaving airports, in Miami particularly. Yet the lack of hard evidence leaves a lot of questions. Law enforcement has not publicly substantiated the existence of such a bounty, nor have there been any confirmed reports linking Durk directly to any kind of plot against Quando Rondo. However, the mere possibility has led to a firestorm online, with fans and critics debating Durk's innocence or guilt. Industry impact. Social media surged as soon as these rumors gathered momentum. Supporters of both musicians entered the conflict, some vehemently defending Durk, and others casting questions of his innocence. Comments like "Durk would never do that" run counter to those who contend it's all part of the street code. It now combines support, mistrust, and plain incredulity. History has proven that actual violence is not unusual for well-publicized rap conflicts. Feuds between Tupac and Biggie, 50 Cent and Ja Rule, and more recently, Drake and Meek Mill have demonstrated how rivalry in hip-hop can occasionally veer into deadly terrain. Is the Durk-Quando circumstance different though? Surprisingly, neither Durk nor Quando Rondo has spoken directly about these rumors. Both have kept quiet, letting fans and media speculate. Instead, Durk's social media posts have leaned more toward his career, his family, and his efforts to rise above his past. Meanwhile, Quando Rondo has remained focused on his own music and his personal life, occasionally hinting that he feels targeted, but never naming names. The legal and social repercussions are severe whether or not the accusations are accurate. A $1 million reward allegation is no joke. Even without evidence, such allegations can affect a rapper's reputation, commercial relationships, and career path. Durk might come under more scrutiny from law enforcement and media, both in a society wherein people evaluate artists based on their songs, reputation, and associations. Music and real life. Lil Durk's circumstances clearly highlight how easily real-life events and hip-hop songs may be confused. His focus is on those actual, occasionally difficult stories straight from his life and surrounds. His songs allow us to see Chicago's street life and the difficulties he has faced striving to be successful. Fans have argued for years about how much of this is art and how much matches reality, which begs issues of whether his songs anticipated the current charges. In this instance, some prosecutors would contend that Durk's music and associations with OTF support their assertions, while others would consider it as an unfair stereotype against a genre that has historically been misread. It is no secret that media sensationalism has long targeted hip-hop. Stories of rappers engaged in criminal activities sometimes garner greater attention than those involving the typical artist scandal. Does the sensationalism, however, show a prejudice against hip-hop culture, or is it justified? The situation of Lil Durk raises the issue right now. For some, this rumor is simply another illustration of how media hype and industry practices could sour an artist's reputation even in the absence of concrete evidence. While the rumor remains just that, it has undoubtedly shaken Durk's fanbase and his career. If this is an unfounded rumor, it could eventually pass and Durk could continue his rise. But if the story sticks, it could cast a shadow over his future projects. Durk's journey has already seen its share of ups and downs, and fans are left to wonder, will he emerge stronger from this, or could these rumors be the beginning of a decline? At the end of the day, the truth remains unclear. We've seen how quickly rumors can spread and how speculation can turn into fact in the eyes of fans. Lil Durk's journey has inspired many, and his music reflects the struggles of his life. But as we watch this story unfold, it raises an important question about fame, reputation, and reality in the rap world. What do you think? Is this just another rumor, or is there something more to the story? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on this story and more.